host, and we're going to be discussing Monday Night Raw from Boston, Massachusetts, everybody. And we had another average Raw. I mean, not bad, not great. We furthered stories along for WrestleMania season. The biggest thing coming out of this is Oba sunned Brock once again. Brock comes in to start the show. He coming there. We got Brock. We got Heyman doing the whole spiel. Putting Brock over like the greatest, like he is. Coming there doing his little dance, hopping and everything. Then Oba comes out as Heyman is still glossing over Brock. Come out. The ruler's out here. Doom, 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 doom. Come out. He's doing his little dance. He comes out there. Brock comes to attack him again first for the second straight week. He gets Oba in F5 position. Oba is just too big to take this F5. He reverses it, pushes Brock into the ropes, clotheslines him out of the ropes. Next thing you know, Brock's on the ground looking up, shocked. And Oba's just shaking ropes, just looking menacing at him. Brock walks off. He's upset, visibly upset. He's just like, you're not going to get lucky again, basically. Oba's looking at him like the ruler don't want no. You don't want no smoke with the ruler. So we're with that. That it makes Oba look like $1,000,000. Brock is really selling hard for Oba. And my big thing coming out of this, I think Brock's gonna win at WrestleMania. Oba has gotten over him 2 weeks in a row. If it's 3 weeks, they're gonna really build Oba up very strong. Then to take this L at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be mad either way because you're going to have Oba Femi at WrestleMania. Win or lose, he's going to look great. This is Brock Lesnar that he's dealing with. So they're not going to make Brock look weak this whole build, but it should be interesting going into this. Other than that, we had a bunch of repetitive matches, and I feel like we need to bring house shows back. And I know that falls on deaf ears, but I feel like we get up here watching this as a TV show. We are seeing the same characters wrestle every week. It's always the Usos. It's always the Vision. It's always LA Knight. Next thing you know, we get Becky Lynch. We get AJ Lee. And you'd be like, Hoss, these are people going for belts. I understand that. But every week we see the same cast and crew. Now we got Roman and Punk in the main event. We got Penta and Dom. They've been going against each other for a year now in different variations of matches. You got the Kabuki Warriors going against Bailey and Lyra, and they've been trying to sell us these women tag titles, but they have no momentum. And it makes me feel bad for Lash and Nia because they are being good champions. They've only had the belts for a few weeks, but we're just going to be hot potato in the belt till WrestleMania. And when we get to WrestleMania, we're going to probably get a big multi-woman tag match. And it's just, it doesn't have a story with it. And it's sad. It's just sad. And it should be interesting. But if you're going to have a ladder match for these women, do you want to put certain women out here in a ladder match? And then you just have a multi-woman tornado tag. It might be the best way to go. But it's just no momentum with those women tag belts. They didn't have any momentum when Rio had them. So I feel like this whole experiment has failed pretty much because this creative does not prioritize tag team wrestling. They're like, okay, we'll give someone belts and we'll let them get some pops from each show here or there. But it's just they don't focus much on it. There's no stories going into the tag divisions for both the men's titles or the women's titles. They deserve better. We deserve better as fans, but I'm not going to harp too much on that. Other than that, we had the tag team titles from the Usos versus the Vision, who they've been feuding with for a year. We've seen different variations of the Vision go against the Usos, but yet we are still here. The Usos win a decent match. Well, no, I take that back. The Vision win the match by DQ because LA Knight, he comes in to help out to even the odds because Logan Paul pulls out the brass knucks. LA Knight takes out Logan Paul, slides Jey Uso the knucks, and Jey Uso just cold cocks Austin Theory. I mean, just knocked his teeth out with the brass knucks. And the ref sees it, calls for the bell. We got a DQ. So other than that, Logan Paul comes back into the ring. Jay knocks him out with the knucks. Jey Uso is crashing out on Monday night. I loved it. I absolutely loved it because it gives his character more emotional depth. It's not just yeeting, which I don't mind it at all. The yeet is okay. But we need to give right-hand man Jay, this is who you're seeing, because everybody seems to be comparing everybody to Roman Reigns. They compare Jey Uso to Roman Reigns. They compare Solo Sikoa to Roman Reigns on Friday night. Everybody in the Samoan dynasty is being compared to Roman Reigns. So it's causing people to crash out. Like, this is just the specter of bad news. Oh, being compared to Roman Reigns is the worst thing in the world. This man held the title for 1,300 plus days. If you compared me to Roman Reigns, I'm like, thank you, sir. I'm the man. Thank you. But other people, they want to be their own man. That's respectable. But your own man sucks. You're not like that. So if you get compared to him, you should take it as a compliment. That's how the Hawk sees it. But again, we had a fair tag team match. This propels the story going into the main event because Jay is on the quote-unquote war path. So after this, the other big thing that comes out of this, Seth Rollins goes to jail. And you'll be like, Hoss, how? Seth Rollins is just a baby face. He's a great citizen. Oh, Paul Heyman was ready for all the smoke this evening. Paul had a segment where he goes out and he says he's unprotected. He has nobody that's looking out for him because Brock has got laid out by Ober earlier. The Vision just got knocked out by Jey Uso, so they're out of the picture. So Paul just saying no one's here to protect him. So Seth comes out. He stands on top of the table like he usually does with this mask thing. I don't understand why Seth is still wearing this mask. You should just come out there, burn it down. We're not getting that, though. We're not. We're just getting this whole masked man thing again. It's weird. It's overkill. It's overstayed its welcome. It needs to be retired. But yeah, Seth comes out. Paul has already got the police ready for him. So they come out to detain Seth. Seth and Paul are talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna have rules around here. We arrest people. We're gonna be charged with a felony for attacking people, Seth. So yeah, we got the whole rigmarole with the Geek Squad police. They're escorting Seth out of the building. He's about to be arrested. I'm talking about cuffs. He comes out. Paul is saying, I'm not gonna have your kid out here be an orphan. I'm going to adopt him so they won't go hungry. This fires Seth off. He runs off from the cops, circles around the arena almost, comes back to the ring, lays out Paul Heyman. The cops come back and get Seth. Seth is on to the hooskow. Put him in the paddy wagon, folks. No more Seth Rollins for the night. But Paul is sitting here laughing after he gets assaulted. That's a message for the night. A few people laughed while they were getting their ass whipped tonight. Very funny. You got to look at the details into this. A lot of mental warfare has been going on this evening. So we just take that with you. All right. After that, we get our celebrity spot of the night. So this earlier in the show, iShowSpeed was kicking it with Javon Evans at the beginning during our entrances of the show. So when we have people big out here, who they got to meet? They got to meet Danhausen. So yeah, Danhausen is here. He speaks iShowSpeed. He says he has 108 million followers. Danhausen said you only have 108. He gets on his phone. He verifies his number. He wants to kick it with iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed, like, who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. I don't want no part of this guy. So Danhausen, you don't want to be with Danhausen? You don't want Speedhausen? Of course not. Speed doesn't know this guy. Next thing you know what's coming. You are cashed. He curses iShowSpeed, disappears into the night like Batman. Speed is like, cursed. What does he mean, Pierce? What is cursed? What do you mean I'm cursed? Pierce like, oh, you just have a good rest of your night, Speed, and he just walks off. Speed is completely lost it. I don't blame him because I come to watch wrestling at night, and I come here and I'm cursed by this weird short MFer. Ah, yeah. So hopefully this man don't take my money. I get this how Speed feels. But yes, we had after this we had Javon Evans beat Grayson Waller in a nice match. Javon, he improves and looks great after every match. The guy is bouncy like his name tells you. He goes out here and he pulled off a leaping hurricanrana from the turnbuckle, which was great. And then coming off that, he does the OG cutter. It's wonderful. The young OG cutter might be one of the best moves in the game. Him and Soul Ruka with the Soul Snatcher, they're great moves off the turnbuckle. They must be seen. And you're going to go back here and go watch this match. Please go see it because Javon Evans is just a spectacle to his own right. So he beats him. This is just further along our story with Javon Evans versus Kofi Kingston, probably at WrestleMania, even though that doesn't seem like a Mania match, but they got something going, a little momentum here going with that. So I'm not gonna complain about it. We got the youngster with the old champion. You got to put respect on Kofi Kingston's name. He is a former undisputed champion or world champion, whatever. I forget the title at that point. We went through so many name changes with these titles. So he was the big belt holder at the time, world champion. So Kofi Kingston, Javon Evans, New Day, because Grayson Waller did get cursed last week by Danhausen. So Grayson Waller was going to take that out. Going off of that, we had Lyra Bailey beat the Kabuki Warriors. Again, tag titles don't have that much momentum. But we're going to have Lyra and Bailey versus Nia and Lash next week. Should be a fire match. We'll see how that goes. After that, we had the IC title. Well, we had the women's IC title segment. So Becky comes out here. She gives a promo. You know how she goes. She gets dashingly, tells you that everybody's talking about her. Sports Illustrated, Bleacher Report, the whole 9 yards. Next thing you know, AJ Lee comes out. She's just no skipping tonight. She's out for blood. She's coming to beat Becky's ass. Becky runs out of the ring, goes out into the stands. AJ Lee stands on top of the announce table, and she says, I don't understand what you want with me, because every time you get in the ring with me, I dog walk your ass. Yeah, that's AJ Lee talking shit in 2026. So she says, yeah, I'm going to give you what you want, but because I want you out of my life. I'm going to give you the title match at WrestleMania. And Becky says, you just come into my trap, you dope. Because you're like, when you come to WrestleMania, that's my domain. That's where the man comes out to play. And last time you was at WrestleMania, the next day, you was up here asking for your retirement papers. So don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of you after WrestleMania. Welcome to the big time. Okay. We gotta talk about whose line is this, because Becky has been saying welcome to the big time for a while now. You know, Rhea pulled that out last week on Friday on Jade Cargill. And we got to stop giving characters similar dialect and similar vocab. We can't have that. They cannot have. These are supposed to be distinct characters going with distinct stories, and we got other characters sounding like other people. Like we had Jay Cargill pulling out the Punk line on Friday, talking about, I'm not here for friends, I'm here to make money. And I put two and two together real quick. Why is our women's champion sounding like our men's world heavyweight champion? We can't have our champion sound the same. It sounds like a video game then. There's no effort put into their dialogue. There's no effort in it. It's terrible. So I need creative to do better with that. Now, if our people getting tongue-tied, okay, fine. But we can't be having the same talking points every week. So that's my point on that. The whole AJ and Becky situation, I am not up for it again, because I believe Becky's going to win at WrestleMania because just on semantics. If AJ Lee was full-time, she'd probably beat Becky again, and we'd dead this feud. But AJ is part-time. And Triple H is not going to want AJ Lee to be a part-time champion coming out of Mania. So you're going to give it back to Becky. And I'm not big on that because I'm tired of Becky being an IC title holder. She needs to be in the main event. She should be going against Steffi Vaquer or Liv Morgan. Whoever comes out of that, Becky should be the number one contender. She should not be in the mid-card again. She's been doing great work this year. I will give her that. I can't stand her character, so that makes her heel work pretty good because she's annoying. She's insufferable. She's the insufferable heel. The Hawks can't stand it, but I can appreciate the work. So she needs to be in the main event. So I'm done with this feud. I haven't been interested in AJ Lee at all. I mean, I don't like her in the ring. Promos are okay, but she's not worth the nostalgia drip that you get to say, oh man, AJ is here. I don't give a fuck. I do not. So we're past that. So we go into our IC title match with Penta and Dom, which is just another remix. It's just another remix. And I'm just like, we need better than that. Why are we remixing that same match? We saw Dom beat Penta and other guys at WrestleMania last year in a Fatal 4-Way. Beat Finn and Braun Breaker for the belt. Like, come on, guys. It's too many people on the roster to be sitting here giving us these same rematches. Like, it's just, we deserve better than that. Like, I understand that you don't have house shows and you need practice. Y'all need to be at the PC during the week then. Why are we getting your same practice matches every week on a TV show? You got the people that come out and pay their hard-earned tickets. They work hard to get to these expensive shows. And they're watching the same match that they saw on television last week. It's not right. You're just taking it. You're just taking money from us. And other than that, the show was not bad. I like it furthered stories, but we're getting the same variation of remixes every week. And it's not an enjoyable watch at home. It's not. I could probably eat that if I paid the money and I went to see the show live. But even then, I know I just saw this last week. I just saw this match 6 months ago. I just saw this match 12 months ago. It's too much. It's too much of the same thing. So, yeah, Liv is walking out with Dom. Next thing you know, Stephanie Vaquer just attacks Liv. And I mean, we just got a big brawl going out in front of the Trons. Man, Liv threw Stephanie into that Tron so hard. Man, the Tron went black for a second. I was like, man, she got crushed. So, yeah, that brawl is there. So, and then you have Penta and Dom. The match is going pretty well because, you know, a Dom match always has a story there because he's cowardly. He's going to do anything to win the match. So the match goes anywhere. Pretty good match. Finn Balor comes back, and you know the trope. Finn comes out. He's clearing house. JD comes out to help. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Finn comes out to help. Penta gets a roll up and win to retain. Oh, excuse me, got the sniffles. But yeah, Penta gets the roll up to retain. And we got Finn clearing house. Dom runs, but JD is just left for dead because Finn is out for blood. He takes out JD, with the drop kick, goes there, does the coup de grace, and JD's out. Dom's running through the stands. He's going up the stands. You know how Uso comes out when he's yeeting? Dom's going up. Running out of there. He's out of there, bro. So, yeah, Penta retains. Finn, we got the Finn and Dom storyline being furthered because that's one that's going to be on the undercard of WrestleMania. So that story got furthered. Oba and Brock got furthered. Whatever Seth is going to be doing with the Vision, I have no clue where that's going. I wonder who Paul's going to recruit, or because we're going to have the Vision versus the Usos at WrestleMania, but we do have them next week in a New York street fight. So I take it the Vision are going to probably win this street fight and get those belts, and we get a rematch at WrestleMania for the belts. Oh, we might get a multi-man, whatever they're gonna do with those tag belts. Because I told you the tag team division has no momentum. So we get to our main event. Punk comes out. He's talking shit. He's saying how Roman put the hit out to the Samoan dynasty to come after him, and he hasn't seen any of them. He's like, none of these guys come up here. He's like, the Roman always got to have other guys do the work for him. He's like, you know who came after me and they weren't successful? Gunther. We had a Gunther name drop, everybody. Whereas the ring general been? But yeah, Punk name drops Gunther, say he couldn't get it done. Then Punk comes out. You know who else couldn't get it done against me? Jay Uso. And next thing you know, Uso. Jay comes out. He's upset. I told you he's been on the warpath all night. He's already knocked out two fools with brass knuckles. He comes out. He gets in Punk's face. He said, we can run it right now, Us. We can run it right now, Us, because all you do is run your mouth, Us. So Punk's like, oh, man, I ain't dressed for it, but I am a fighting champion. So he gets up out his belt. They're about to brawl. Next thing you know, Jimmy comes out. Jimmy said, what you doing? What you doing, Us? What you doing out here, Us? So he's trying to hold Jay back. Because he's like, this ain't for Jay. And Jimmy's like, cut this out. Like, bro, why are you out here? And then Jay like, man, I'm sick of this guy. All he do is talk shit. That's all he do. I'm sick of him, Us. Then next thing you know, the Roman's music hits. Because Jay says, where's Roman? He's not even here. Then you do. Roman comes out. He's strutting out like he usually does. You know it takes him a minute or two to get down there. He gets to the ring. He gets in Jimmy's face. He says, what y'all doing here? And then he says Roman, and when Roman tells him, I'm going to do this as respectfully as possible. Get your brother and get out my ring. Jay is incensed. He's just upset. He's like, I'm sick of this guy, Us. Next thing you know, he runs at Punk. Punk hits him dead in his head. So we got Us on the ground. Roman is just incensed. I mean, very upset. Jay up here just livid. He getting escorted out. He's like, get him, Us. Get his ass. Get his ass. Next thing you know, Roman hits Punk with a Superman punch. Just clocks him out. So we got Samoan guys clocking people all night. And that's not even the beginning of it. So after this, Punk gets up after folks getting held back. Roman gets to the corner. We gets a spear on Punk. So yeah, Punk has gotten Superman punched. He's gotten speared tonight. OTC is running court in Boston. He's ruling shop. No one can handle him tonight. He's Bird in the 80s. He is destroying shit in Boston. So they get outside the ring. Roman's just up there beating Punk's head into the post like 3 times. Wham, wham, wham. So yeah, he up here just doing them bad out there. I mean, Jimmy and Jay getting escorted out. Roman is just holding court. Punk is up there, but he's laughing at he get brutalized. I mean, Punk is up here letting you know that this was mental warfare. He's not going to let the OTC get in his head, even though his head is getting bashed in to a post. So after the post shots, Roman sits up here, gets him in powerbomb position. It's like he did the shield bomb, goes right down through the table. Roman's out there incensed. He's like, man, I'm doing this man bad, and Punk is not breaking. He's sitting there laughing about it as he getting his ass whipped. Roman out there looking like Vegeta after he just got through fighting on Namek. He's like, man, I've done work out here. And Punk's on the ground like, I don't need no help. I don't need no help. He gonna need the help. I'm the best in the world, baby. And we fade to black. So like I said, Raw was not a bad show. It's just an average show. Your average show in Boston. We got stories further. The main event it started off clunky, but we finished off strong. It sent the message because enough was enough on the talking. We've had weeks of Roman and Punk just talking, and we ended last week with him calling him old. This old stuff. So yeah, beat him like an old dog. Get him out of there. Anyway, take it back. I don't want you out here beating your old dogs. We love dogs here. No disclaimer, we love our dogs. But anyway, it's just a state of term. So yes, we got Punk getting beat to sleep by Roman. And like I say, we had a decent show. So let me know how y'all felt in the chat, everybody. The Hoss gives this show probably a 6 out of 10. Average show. Wasn't great, but wasn't good. I mean, wasn't bad either. So thank you for joining me. This has been another episode of Over as Fuck, and I'm your host, Knuckle Brew the Hoss. Holler at me here on X, on YouTube, on TikTok. I'm here for you. And let me know about it. So I'm gonna leave you with this. You may be down on your luck, but does not mean that you cannot be over as fuck. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.